California is home to 8 national parks, which is tied for first with Alaska. Yosemite, which is arguably its most famous park, spans some 750,000 acres and has an average of 4 million visitors annually. It is famous for its giant sequoia trees, the massive granite cliffs of El Capitan and Half Dome, and for a 2-week period in February, the setting sun illuminates Horsetail Falls, where thousands of photographers flock to complete an item on their bucket list. We're beginning our journey in Yosemite Valley, but we'll soon be ascending out of the valley and into the vastness of Yosemite National. What's up, Will Vlog viewers? I'm back. Haven't done this in a while. We are in beautiful Yosemite National Park right now. We are doing a 2-night, 3-day hike into the wilderness. We're going to camp 2 nights, and then one of the days I'm here with Abigail and my future brother-in-law, Pat, and we are going to summit, Pat and I are going to summit Half Dome one day. We actually are starting out at what they call Happy Isles. You have to put in for a permit 6 months in advance, then it's a lottery. So we basically started, I don't know, March or sometime. So every weekend I would start submitting for reservations to see if we get a lottery. We got super lucky and got it on Labor Day weekend. Hopefully this video goes up shortly after Labor Day weekend, but you know how I am about putting stuff up. So anyways, we got it. We're gonna go off of the beaten path a little bit. So it should be fun. The biggest thing that we were concerned about was a water source. There is a lot of water up here, but we have to filter all of it. So yeah, should be a good day. We are going to hike up to about 6,500 feet elevation today. I think it's about 3,000 to 4,000 feet elevation gain, not 100% sure. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Come check out Yosemite. It's my first time here. I'm super excited, so should be fun. It's also Abby's first backpacking trip, so should be quite the adventure. Let's check it out. Viewers, we hiked out at Illilouette this morning and set up camp in Little Yosemite Valley. So not probably like 4-mile hike, nothing too treacherous, is mainly downhill. Set up camp, had some lunch, and Pat and I summited Half Dome. I don't know if you can really tell that we're at 9,000 feet, but it's pretty awesome. I don't know if the video does it justice. I watched a bunch of YouTube videos before we came up, and I was like, that doesn't look that steep. But just the hike up to Subdome before you take the cables is insane. In the last probably 100 yards, you have to scramble. There's no path, so you just like are scrambling on these rocks. For somebody who's a little afraid of heights, like Abby decided not to do Half Dome. It wouldn't have been good. And then the cables were intense. I just huffed it up here. But I think if you're in decent shape, you can do it, because there was this pretty awesome story, but it kind of slowed the cables down because people are going down as you're going up, and you have to pass them, and it's pretty steep. There's a 75-year-old lady, so you know, if she can do it, most people can do it, I think. But yeah, Half Dome is amazing. I'm a little worried going down because it's definitely steep. Half Dome, baby. It's done. That is the end of our trek. It's been an epic 3 days, 2 nights. Last night in our camp, we heard a bear slapping onto somebody's bear box. They have these like big metal containers at the campsite we were at. It was slapping at it and doing some growling. So apparently it wanted some food. But it was awesome. I highly recommend, I highly recommend the camping, but even if you don't come camping, you should definitely go do a day hike at least. Half Dome was exhausting to say the least. So yeah, it was awesome. It was exhausting. I'm ready to have a real meal, not have something out of a, dehydrated food out of a jet boil. That's gonna do it. I'm back vlogging, kind of. But I'm Will Jackson. This has been Yosemite. You're welcome. We'll see you next time.